It's me, Amanda, back at it again with some 2026 goals, quests. I'm really hoping to turn 2026 into my big year. So I know I just did this like 2 months ago when I first started these videos, but I'm gonna kind of redo it again because some of these goals, quests, I want to call them, have been redefined or refined, I guess. So I kind of wanted to do like a end of the year, beginning of the year kind of check-in, just to kind of tell you what I've changed. Not a lot of them have like changed. It's been more like redefined. And since I started doing these videos, started just documenting the things that I've been doing, I have gained more confidence and I've gained just some of my spark back so that when I keep going in the future, it'll be great. And I have regained a lot of my spark back. So not only have I gained the confidence when I started doing this, I've gained just some of my spark back to continue to have these ideas and the creativity that I've wanted to gain back. And to keep this momentum going, I am doing quests, not goals. So hopefully if I change the name, I will be more inclined to do them and practice the habits. And I've said it before, because it's not about the ending. It's not about what I get at the end. It's about the journey along the way. There are a lot of things that I want to do this year, but by no means do I expect them to be perfect. I just expect them to be something that I enjoy working on. They're all the things that I want to do to level up in 2026. And they came down to the 6 categories that I kind of still had before, but now are just more fleshed out. The first one is health. I want to do Pilates or strength train 3 to 4 times a week, so nothing like extreme, but you know, a good balance throughout the week. I want to do yoga almost every day, either in the morning or at night right before I go to bed. I want to fix my gut. That's like one of the main things, is fixing my gut, because I know that if I fix my gut, I'll probably like also heal my acne and a lot of other things like the sluggishness and then like my tummy pooch, that kind of thing. Really start taking care of my lymphatic system, because I do have like a lot of, it's gross. Your lymphatic system is important. And then another thing for the health category is going to therapy and maybe getting a diagnosis of like the things that I might have or things that I think that I have that I probably don't. The second category is beauty. So fixing my jawline, getting it a little more snatched, because I did chew on my cheeks a lot as a teenager and you could kind of already see like the bulldog dip that it's going through. Fixing my posture and getting rid of my neck hump, because she could be big. Sometimes I was fixing it already and she got kind of small, and then I just started this new job and she came back with a little bit of a vengeance here. Fixing my acne, so it kind of goes along with the gut thing. Just like, I don't want to have it anymore. I have PCOS, so that's a thing that I'll have to try to balance and heal. And then another thing is I want to build my own personal style, because I really like fashion and I really like lots of different kinds of styles, so I want to do it so it can be mine. Maybe that'll also help me with my body dysmorphia. Category 3 is my anti-brain rot category. So I want to do either like a monthly or a quarterly curriculum, just kind of build back up, you know, my mental stability. I don't know. I don't want to have brain rot. I don't want to be brain foggy anymore. I just don't want to doom scroll. And then I want to start a media journal. So I really love movies. I really love TV shows, manga, books, that kind of thing. It's all types of media. So I also want to start reading like articles and stuff that I can like throw in there, review the things that I really like. I want to be more intentional with the media that I am consuming, and with a media journal that'll kind of help. So, and that goes along with being more intentional with the media that I want to consume. I want to take my doom scrolling down to little to none. I do it from like 3 to 6 hours a day. That's insane. I can't do that anymore. I can't do that. I have to fill my time with other things that I like. I want to either read 3 articles a month or maybe 1 a week. Just kind of depends. I probably could read more than that. I just have to remember they exist. That's a problem. And then with the I want to take my doom scrolling time and take it down from little to none. And I want to replace that time with all my other hobbies. So like art, birding, hiking, you know, writing, anything else, literally anything else. And then 4th category is my hobbies. So I want to continue birding, but I want to actually start learning specifically about the birds I'm seeing. I want to learn how to identify them better. So just going more full into birding. I want to learn more about the birds that I'm seeing instead of just checking them off the list. Like, oh, I saw this one, check. I saw this one, check. And all I really know is like what they look like and what they look like, what they sound like, or I'm just checking them off the list, but I want to know like what they're doing, what their migratory patterns are, like what do they look like as fledglings, you know, that kind of thing. I want to be a better filmmaker, so maybe like create a short film monthly just about something that I love to help practice the craft, or practice filming and stuff like that. So I really kind of have a few challenges set forth for me for this year for that one. Getting back into art. I know that one was already on my list, but I want to practice it more. I want to sketch. I used to be really good at figure drawing and figure painting, and now I'm not really that good anymore, especially at the sketching part. Another thing is photography. I have actually done weddings before. I've done maternity photos before, mostly for family, but they were actually really good, and I was really proud of myself for doing them. So I really want to get back into that and learning how to really edit the photos so that they could be like more professional and just the way that I would like them to be. And then this last year, I actually trying to do more filming and social media stuff. I actually forgot about one of my favorite hobbies, which is my houseplants. And I kind of let 2/3 of my collection die. That's very disappointing, and it kind of actually drove me into more of a depression, so it just kind of sucked. Yeah. So that's something that I really have to work on more. I have to remember that they exist, and I don't have to water them in the morning, which is a misconception. You can water them at any time of the day, so I just have to make sure that I actually do that. And then finally in the hobbies category is reading. It's my number one hobby. It's got me into literally doing everything else, like social media, and honestly, it's got me out of my depression when I was in college. So that is something that I want to strongly continue, but I want to work in nonfiction books. So maybe one a month or like 2 a month, something that I could really just like follow very nicely. Nothing extreme. Might even do like a separate video for like my reading goals, because I have a lot more reading goals than I do like maybe any other goals, or I could just like do deeper goals for like all of my hobbies. Category number 5 is financial goals. So I kind of want to monetize on my social media, see what I could do, brand deals, maybe even like try to do UGC. That's something that I've been like wanting to try to do, because I could also just really practice my filmmaking with UGCs. So that would be really good too. And then writing, I do have a lot of novel ideas, and I would like to maybe get started on those and maybe finish just like a small novella, something that I can really get me going. I just need to write, and I really love my characters and I really love my stories, so that's something that I would really like to do. And then the most important part of the financial category is becoming financially literate. I don't know how to budget. It makes no sense to me, but it's something that I can learn. Category 6 is travel. So it's something that I've always wanted to do, something that is like my biggest goal. I do have some vacations or travels planned for next year. I would like to go to 2 national parks, and then I would also like to go camping. We would really like to do through hikes. So in order to do that, I have to build up my hiking capabilities. Like, I think the most we can go right now is like 3 miles, and that's really such a low number. I overall just kind of want to experience things. So like maybe take day trips to other cities, day trips to, you know, go birding, that kind of thing. We do also have in May, it's the spring migration. So in Ohio, they have like a big festival within May that you could do. And then I guess there's 7 categories because it's side quests. And within this category, it's just all the kind of like odd things that don't really fit in other categories, I guess. So try something new weekly is the first one. It could be like a yoga pose. It could be a hairstyle. It could be like a new nail set. Literally anything that I could even put within my other categories that could help build anything. Or it could be like go axe throwing. Try archery. I've actually done archery before. It's like one of my favorite things. I would really like to do that again at some point. The next thing is create something weekly. So it could just be like a fun transitional video. It could be just like one little sketch. It could be a painting. Could be just like a little short story, a video, a photograph, anything like that. Just like I have to create something to keep that kind of momentum going for that. And then I already kind of talked about this one, but it's the reading nonfiction books within the year. So like 1 a month or 2 a month. So helping build that kind of knowledge base that I'm looking for. Establish an AM and PM routine. They could be loose, so like I don't have to do the same thing like right after another. So like they could be loose. I don't just like 8:30, you know, drink your bedtime baby. 9 o'clock, do your skincare. 9:15, no. I could do my skincare first, and then I could do my bedtime baby, and then like tea. But as long as I have like the things that I want to do to help me wind down, I can do it in whatever order. And the same thing for the morning. But I usually am pretty good in the morning because I already established that kind of routine. So one of the biggest things in this side quest category is to document memorable moments. So when my husband and I go like out birding or out hiking, I want to try to document those moments. So that I could just have them. We never take any pictures. We've gone to Arizona, we've gone to like Rochester, New York, we've gone to some rock festivals, and we literally didn't take any pictures, or it's just of the scenery. But I want moments of us going forward. I want moments of us doing the things that we're enjoying. Lastly, it's the rules. It's to find what works for me is the number one rule. It's not going to work for everybody, and what everybody else does isn't going to work for me. So I have to find what works for me first. Measure what I did and not what I didn't do, because in a day, you could just lose track. But I still did the laundry, or I still did 30 minutes of editing. It doesn't matter what I didn't do. It's about what I did do. So not focusing on the negative, but really looking at the positives. The 2-minute rule, or a change clothing kind of rule. So like, been really bad at trying to get into the Pilates, but if I change my clothes, I'm already in my clothes. So might as well just do it for 15 minutes, and then maybe I'll do it for 30. Editing or writing, just do it for 2 minutes. And then that's enough time to get me into a flow, then that's enough time to get me in a flow. Or if I want to break for another couple minutes and then try it again for another 2 minutes. Just something to get me to say, oh, I did a little bit of that today. Discipline is my friend, not my boss. Discipline is my friend, not my boss. So I can take breaks. I can go watch movies. I can watch TV without feeling guilty, because those are still my other hobbies. I could read a book. I could read a whole book in a day. That's still my hobby. That's time for me to enjoy. I'm not going to do go and suffer through this whole thing. This is something about me building a life that I want to live, and not about me, grinding it away, because that's not going to work for me. I want to live the moments of my life and not just look back and be like, oh, I did yoga. I drank that smoothie. No, I want to be like, oh, we went out. We had like a smoothie at the cafe, or I enjoyed that afternoon of just relaxing and reading a book. I'm not going to just aggressively burn out on this. I'm so excited to continue and try to do these things that I've already started. And I think starting in November instead of in January was something was a good idea for me, because then I've already kind of got a base, and I'm just building upon that base. I'm excited to try these things. I'm excited to explore the world outside my comfort zone and start living in the moments of my life. So hopefully you come along with me once again. And then, as always, I hope to see you soon.